how to achieve a messy hairstyle like this. So from my John B video that I did a week or so ago, I literally every single day get DMs from people asking me questions about, can I wear this hairstyle? My hair type is this, my hair type is that. How do I do this? So I figured I need to make a video to really help explain to everybody who's watching how to achieve this type of hairstyle and the type of hair texture and density you need. Now, John B. Chase, I believe from what it looks like, in every photo that I've seen of his, it looks like he's got a lot of hair and it's naturally wavy. Thick, wavy hair. And he's a white dude, so he's got like Caucasian hair, I believe he is. That means that his natural texture, because it's so thick, because it has that kind of that wave to it, and probably because of the haircut, it really is easy to style. I mean, he could wake up out of bed and his hair is a mess and he can just run his fingers through it and it's gonna look good. Some people have that hair type and have that haircut. Now keep in mind, it really depends a lot on the haircut and the hair texture, okay? The haircut, if you do not have the proper shape, the proper layering, the proper balance, whatever it is, your hair will not do what it needs to do to achieve that style. And that's a lot of the questions that I get is, you know, my hair is fine, my hair is straight, my hair is down to my chin. Can I do this haircut? I don't know. You can if you have the right haircut. Because let's take this mannequin, for example. If you look, this is pin straight hair. And each strand is very, very fine. The mannequin does have a lot of hair. So if you've got straight hair, if you've got fine hair, and the hair is just long, you can achieve a messy type look like this. But the only reason I'm able to get this kind of look mostly is because of the haircut. Now, before we talk about the styling, let me just explain to you a little bit about the haircut in itself. So when I brush this back like this, and I'm looking into the monitor here, you'll see these pieces in through here. What is this? These are layers. Pretty simple. I've done hundreds of videos on how to get layers in your haircut. So layers are what removes weight, gives it some shape, and allows the hair to have some flow, right? Your hair needs to have that flow. You know, when it's layered properly, you'll get that. When you hold the hair straight up like this, you're going to see that all of this hair throughout here is cut and layered. If it wasn't the case, then this would all be, you know, one length and wouldn't have any shape to it whatsoever. Now, the hair could look like it's one length and be this long, but the entire thing is still layered. All right, so the layering is the technique, and the length really is just the length, all right? But the technique is layering. So you need to have some layers, and it needs to be a little bit shorter into the front, and then it has to flow in through the back. Now, what I've done all the way in through here is I've added more layers and more texture. So how do you achieve this in the back is, again, this is depending on the person who's cutting it, but I'm holding the hair out vertically from the head a lot of the time when I'm cutting this. And you see what happens when you hold the hair out vertically and it's cut, you're gonna get lift, right? I'm cutting the hair the way I want it to look. So make sure that whoever's cutting your hair, or if you're trying this at home, which I don't suggest, but you need to make sure they understand how to cut hair properly, and are used to doing longer hairstyles. Most barbers I've come across aren't doing haircuts like this, to be honest with you. There are ones who can, and that's awesome. But you know, I would suggest maybe a very experienced hairstylist who really understands hair, right, and the proper layering and cutting techniques. This is all held out horizontally to create that shape that's flowing up. That's how you get these flips, right? You get these flips by all of this hair being layered in through here. If this hair was all one length down to here, it would not have this. That's very important to know. The only reason I can get this is because you see all these pieces, it's the haircut. There's nothing else to it, it's the haircut. If you have wavy hair and your hair is all the way down to here one length, you may get some, it looks like it's movement, but it's just gonna be dragging down. if you've got wavy hair and you had layers like this in it, it's gonna look more like the John B style where it's got more movement and flow, okay? The more the hair is layered when it's curly or wavy, now not too short, but it's going to allow that curl and that wave to take much better shape and also give you a better styling option. If you've got, right, and this is the key thing, if you've got pin straight, fine hair, remember there's a difference between thinning and having fine, thin hair, right? And I've done videos on this, the difference. So thin means you're actually thinning, you're losing your hair. If the hair is fine, like this, it just means the actual density of each strand, it's not super thick, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know? The best way to achieve that kind of messy look is you need to use a product when your hair is wet. I suggest using my Tidal Wave Sea Salt spray. Tidal Wave is a great spray, and it's like, it gives it that beach texture. Doesn't make your hair curly or wavy, but what you can do is when the hair is wet, you spray it in, or even if it's dry, you can completely dry your hair like this. And if you are blow drying your hair, the way to get that kind of wave or that texture is to scrunch it. So you want to take the blow dryer on a low, not heat, regular heat, but the speed setting. Put it on a lower speed setting and just take your hands and scrunch the hair. When you scrunch the hair, you see what's happening. It's creating separation and texture in the hair. So spray some of this on, you can scrunch it, blow dry it, and then the best thing to do, if your hair is on the wavier side, set it and forget it. It's okay to dry this back here, use your hands and scrunch it, but once you get into this top area, right into here, let it air dry. All right, letting it air dry is really gonna be your best friend, and then once it's fully dry, you'll see it's got that movement, and then you can flip it around. So and another thing I hear a lot is, oh, my hair part's on the side, or my hair part's in the middle, whatever. You know, whenever you flip your hair the opposite way of how it goes, you're gonna get more volume, and you're also gonna get a little bit more of fullness and texture. If your hair parts on this side and you bring it over like this, it's gonna look flat like this, all right? And that's totally fine. I mean, you wanna wear your hair the way it grows naturally. But again, it really comes down to try brushing your hair all the way back, and when you blow dry it, take this piece right here and scrunch it, right? When you scrunch it, it's gonna help get that texture. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you found this video helpful, because I get so many people asking me about this haircut. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more videos with the Salon Guy.